with you in 1 minute. Just making sure some final things are set. Alright. Hey y'all. I hope you're doing well today. We are going to just get into this. We're not going to spend too much time just introing. We're going to play some Minecraft today. I got a couple of goals I want to get done tonight. This storage is just a little bit too much, and I am interested in making a little bit more space for myself. And the way I'm going to do that is we're going to put a second story on this house and a ladder probably right here, I think, to get us up to that next place. So first we're going to do is we're going to make a second story. I'm going to take my items. We're going to go ahead and sort them up there to be a bit more, you know, just regular. I have a bunch of chests here that I want to lay out, and we can probably get ourselves 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 chests. I'm also going to set up my enchanting area up here. I know it's not my primary base, and at some point we're going to make our primary base, but that doesn't mean our starter house doesn't have to have some sort of... That is a little too much for me. Yeah, that's a little better. Some sort of... Actually, give me 1 second. I'm not liking something here. Alright, now we should be good. I turned my volume down a little bit. It was just a little too in my ears. But we're going to go ahead and get our storage set up, and we're going to get our enchanting table going, and we're going to kind of just make our starter base a little bit better. And then, after that, our inventory is going to get sorted out. I'd like to go find 2 or 3 more villages, get the rest of the books that we need to finish off our enchanting table. And then after that, I think what I want to do is go over back that way where we were yesterday and get some caves, or go into that cave and go in to see if we can get into that mine shaft that we saw, and see if there's anything there that we can have as far as iron or gold or railways or spider webs for silk strings, or just all the stuff that you might want to get out of that. Maybe we'll find a spawner that we can utilize for some way. Just do a general loot run. So that will be our adventure after we do some logistical stuff. But first, what I'd like to do is just make sure that we have our storage and everything sorted out. So let's start with that. And I think that, I know we have that wood from the other day. So let's take 14 of these logs, and they'll be our starting point. Is that not ladder? How do we do step ladder? Oh, is it sticks for ladders? Yeah. I don't think I need that many. I think we just need like 3, right? Because... and then we get up. Yeah. Well, no, we need 4. Let's get the rest. We can do another set. And then with this, we should be able to do the rest of the stuff. But give me, you know what, give me all these, because we might need to be using them. So what I want to do, we have this space here. I'm just going to, I know it doesn't look amazing to do it this way, but we're just going to take our corners and go another few high here. And maybe 3 high. No, we'll do 4 high. Well, we'll do 3 high, and then we'll do a 4th 4. That's going to be, yeah. And then we have the triple space, so we can jump without making it, you know, too... doesn't need to be too big, but it does need to have enough room for us to do both the enchanting table and some storage up here. I don't think we're going to do any of the lava buckets. Maybe I'll set up a lava pit just outside to have some sort of trash receptacle, because it's always good to have an ability to get rid of the stuff you don't want. But that might not even be all that necessary. Something that I did learn was that I don't need 30 bookshelves. I only need 15 bookshelves. And I thought I knew that from the past. And if I think about how I like lay it out, usually I don't. Usually it is 15. Like that's right. So I just, I don't know where I got that number from before with, hey, I need 30, and so it's 90 books from last night. We don't need 90 books. We need like 10 more books. Not even, really. We don't need that one. Oops, that's fine. That's what we have the bread for. There we go. 4. Perfect. Can do that. I also need to remember that I don't need to have all of these wood blocks used, because I am interested in having windows. In fact, why don't I just make this whole edge one window? And then we'll do like a there and a there. And then we can go ahead and 2, 3, and 4, because we have glass, so we can make glass. We have sand nearby. Boop, I know. That's fine. I want this wood. So we can just make the glass that we need, and that won't be a problem. Yeah, so we'll get that, we'll get that. Oh, we don't have all that much glass. In fact, I don't have enough to make the panes. But... boop, boop. Yeah, we need like 4 more. But that's okay. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. We need 8 more blocks. And I think just enough glass to make... What am I hearing outside? Are we okay? We're not about to get destroyed by, like... I looked up also that horde that was outside. Apparently those are pillagers. And I guess I could have got the banner guy and got his banner to drop, but I didn't look up what that actually does or if there's any value, and I'm sure I'll be able to find more pillagers coming through and coming for my stuff over time. So, we did a little research and learned what that was. I realized I still have to go to the Nether before I can make use of any of these because Nether portals are or Nether wart is required to do most of your primary brewing, so there's not too much I can do as far as brewing potions before I get in there. But we should be able to get into the Nether pretty soon. We're okay as far as... I'll just, I'm going to chop another one of the trees so it's a little bit more uniform. We don't need to do it all. So maybe that will be a next episode thing unless we get a whole lot of progress here. I don't anticipate tonight to be a very long stream. We're starting at 2 in the morning. I'm just doing this until I get bored. I considered not streaming tonight. I was like, man, it's a little too late. But then the more I thought about that, I was like, why the hell wouldn't I? Because, what else is going on? There's no rules. Nothing matters. So, we're going to stream. And if I'm up till 4, I'm up till 4. And if I go to sleep in a half hour and I say, yeah, we're done, well, nobody's watching anyway. We're just having fun. So, woot and woot. Alright, closing this up. Closing this up. And we have a little bit extra to spare. Do I want to have a doorway out from here? Or maybe even a path up and out? I could do a, like I could take this, and I could extend this. Oh, I'd have to do a third. I'd have to make more ladders. That's fine. Why am I worried about using my wood resource? I can always get more. I live in a forest. There we go. And maybe I'll just do a trapdoor here. Yeah. That's just this, right? There we go. I'm going to be up and do it right there. Perfect. And then also, I can set one here. Or can't I? No, maybe because I have the ladder. It's a thing. That's okay. We don't need the second for now. This is why we're making storage. So that when we do things like this, it doesn't matter all that much. I want you, and I want you. You can go there for now. It doesn't matter anymore. I also want to see what you look like. Oh, okay. I can only imagine that this... that was down to that south area. So... I also did a little bit of research on that front, and going positive on Z is south. So we now know what direction we're going as well. But for now we don't need this. We'll go back and look for that later. Alright, so now that we have everything sealed, we have our chests, we have our bookshelves, we have our we can look at this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and to 11, 12, probably 13, 14, 15. I think you can go 3 high. And then we can go there, there, there. No, we can't use that there. There we go. Actually, can we just... Well, I don't know how much I like that based on it being a window. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah. I suppose I could just go like that, because I'm not really... Can I I also just... I mean, it's... If it's stupid and it works, that's actually pretty... I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Let's, get rid of you. And pop you right there. Take you. Put you right with it. And now, we got some storage set up in here. That's pretty good. We can do, like, raw materials and farming stuff and magic stuff and monster drops and blocks that we don't place and blocks that we do place. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic for a minute and just think this out, grab something, sort it. There's not going to be too much rhyme or reason to this. I'm just gonna kind of think it through as I do it, so hope you enjoy whatever this is gonna be. Oh, I can't open these because they're, they got stuff above them, or they got a block above them, so they can't. That's why. That's right. Oh, and I have that there. Okay, let's just... You can be plants. Well, I don't want you to be plants because you're in too good of a spot to be plants, but we need to get rid of some stuff to pick up some stuff real quick. I think that's going to be plants, because that's kind of the out-of-the-way spot. Alright, getting back into this. I was trying to figure out what that sound was. That sound was me walking up and down the stairs. Good stuff. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be food and farm. This is going to be finished ore and ore that needs to be refined. This is going to be weapons and armor. This is going to be necessities. It's going to be potions, arrows, torches, sticks and coal, just stuff for adventuring that gets you there. And then up here, we're going to have, this is all of the plants and plant stuff that we pick up, flowers. This is our misc area. This is also going to be things like funny drops and monster things, and discs, the ink sacs, spider eyes are ingredients for potions and such. Just weird put together things. This is going to be our blocks that drop off the ground. And then over here, this is going to be like our furnishings and woodwork stuff. I'm also going to keep my wood here, or my wool here. So, I think that is going to get us a reasonable amount of space without us needing to make too many more. There's a couple of places I'd like to improve that concept, but I don't know if I want to expand this so much to make that work here. I think we might just save that until we have a larger compound. So, we'll put gunpowder here, we'll put string here. Furnishings will get the extra bed. Extra chests will go here. The bowls. I don't know what I'm going to do with the bowls. I'm kind of done with the bowls. We'll put them in misc. That will go downstairs. That goes in food. This can go in furnishing, or, yeah, furnishing. Alright, sorry. Question from a person. And yeah, this can go in here now. I can take this out. Rotten flesh can go in monster drops. You can find a home somewhere else. I think we'll keep the hose in here and the seeds will stay here. I don't know if I need that much wheat, but I also don't know. Like, I'm not too worried about it elsewhere. The mutton can stay in here. Like, that would be another place, would be meat, but I'm not going to be collecting too much meat, so I don't really need too much of it. But is that everything in here that I really want to sort in? I think so. The bundles. I think the bundles will also go into over here in the adventure slot. That makes some sense. Give me the glass. take this. Let's get that in there. Let's get another 2 stacks here, and you guys just keep on doing the job. We will keep some copper ore unrefined, because there is I think there's a use for it, maybe in alchemy, but I don't entirely remember. The good thing is that if I do need to farm up a little bit of that later, it shouldn't be incredibly difficult to do so. Let's take all of this. You can stay there for now, but you probably won't be a thing that keeps. Alright. Just put all this here. There we go. Whoop. Boop boop. Putting this there. Extra bucket can go here. Extra mine picks. Extra adventuring gear is going to go in there. I don't know about the iron nuggets. Yeah, I'll keep them here anyway. What harm does it do? And then the gold, the diamonds and the emeralds. I'll keep the ender pearl in here as well. It's a pretty valuable item, and I like keeping it with that sort of stuff. And now we can take the rest of this out. You're going to go in there. And now I can take you. So now you're kind of sorted. Well, you're not sorted. You're itemized properly. Well, no, you're not, because I have that there. What is this? Wildflowers. All right, this can all go upstairs. Boop, boop. Boop. Grass can go up here. Alright. Pelts can go here. Also, the rotten flesh can go here. The ink sacs, the gunpowder, the feather, the dripstone. Why not? It's kind of just I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of a misc thing. It's really not a good place for that to go. Furnishings. Where's the white glazed terracotta? Where'd that end up? I think that goes. I don't think that goes in here. I think that goes in here. I think something like that. Mossy stone blocks, polished granite. Let's put that over here. Cracked spruce stone. That's furnishing. That'll go furnishing. That'll go furnishing. White terracotta. It's not glazed, so keep the basics there. This can be flint. We'll also put the books here. Now, back to furnishing for the lectern. Put the tower next to the door. I'll even put the raw wood here. Is that a good place for raw wood? I feel like raw wood needs its own place. Problem is, I don't know where it would go. Unless I put it there. That's not a good spot for wood, though. Yeah, we'll just stick with that for now. I might change that one later. Extra brewing stand. Treasure chest can go in misc for now. And I think that this is us generally sorted. Let's work on this real quick. Nope. You can actually go there, you can go there, because you guys aren't actually the things that I'm looking for. Bread, fruits. We'll do meats on the 4th or 5th row. Mushrooms on the 3rd, because we have a lot of those. Seeds can go from the right, and they can ascend. Pumpkins, and we'll do the non-done that there. The veggies can go on this row. So we kind of have fruits and veggies in their rows. Sugarcane I'll take out of this. Maybe I won't. I'll figure that out as I go. Eggs can just go there as their own thing. Yeah, sugarcane can go in there because it's more of a plant than a farm thing. Oh, bundles go down here. All right. Not too bad. Need a little bit more sand. Let's go down here. We'll take it off over here. There we go. Do that so it becomes a natural water state and not a constant flowing river. Oh, we got a lot of harvesting we can do here. This is basically the entirety of it. We can just put that right back in the ground. Well, once we're not hungry anymore, we can do that. All right. I think that's enough potatoes. Now, let's harvest our wheat. Perfect. Well, I didn't leave any, did I? No. I don't like how that's non-flowing. Yeah, it's okay. Worse things have happened. Ow. I don't know if I want to do that quite yet. I'll do that some other time. At some point I do have to get a destruction set up so that I can get rid of things I don't want. But we probably don't have to worry about that right now. A lot of potatoes. A lot of potatoes. Yeah, we gotta... Gotta figure out what we're doing about that. I think I need to transition the wheat if I really want it to work well. No, it's over here. Right now I keep the glass. And I think I want just a little bit more cobble. All right. Next thing, or really the kind of the last thing, is that. All right, and now glass and glass panes can go there. This can go here. And we are looking pretty good. Oh, that's right, I forgot lapis lazuli is in this game. Oh boy, got to work on that too. However, for right now, give me that and that, and that and that. Boom. And we can just go like this, and like this. And now we are pretty much ready to go on an adventure. Actually, let's take 2 bundles. There's no reason not. Honestly, I don't see why I wouldn't take like all of them. Like you can take you can fill all of these with just stuff. Well, what's myth stuff? Maybe not. We'll take 2. 2 seems like a good number. And so at this point, I think the next thing we're going to do is go see if we can find a few more villages, because I would like to get the rest of the bookshelves for that. And once we get the bookshelves done, we should be able to kind of call the preparation phase over, and then we'll move on to that mine over there and see if we can get some other stuff. It'd be great to find some lapis, but we'll see. Alright, everything seems to be in order. We are locked. There we go. Just had to do a big old stretch. Some days you're just extra stretchy. And here we go. I'm not too concerned with what village we find. I'm just going to go off and we're going to see if we can get one. Did I close that? Oh, I have a trapdoor, that's right. Maybe I can make like a... I should really be able to ladder my way up there. I'll fix that when I get back. Now we're just going to go off in directions and wait till we find a village. Shouldn't be too hard. Just a nice long ocean ride. Hopefully we'll find a couple of houses on the horizon. Something easy. If we go past like a desert or a flat savanna. I don't know if the Badlands are flat or if they're... Actually, I think they might be the cool stuff I saw over there the other day with that one mine shaft. But I don't know my biomes very well. I did learn a little bit more about F3, although I'm not playing with a lot of things on, so I'm not able to utilize some of the things that other people do. Like, when I look at other people's F3s, they have like a thing called E on it, and the E tells you how many entities are loaded, and they're able to use that in the render direction they're facing to look for high entity counts. And by doing that in the nether and in a way kind of in the overworld, it helps you spot where some certain villages might be. It helps you see oh yeah, there's a cool island that I want to colonize. That'll be neat. It helps you see like where nether fortresses are in the nether. You can find villages. You might be able to find strongholds with it, but I'm not sure. But there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with the F3 information that I didn't realize that I just kind of learned over the last day or two. It's one of those funny things that once you start playing Minecraft and you get more and more interested in how things work with it. You start looking up more stuff and figuring more things out, and it kind of just branches into its own kind of chaotic cacophony of information gathering that doesn't have too much of a stop point. And that's pretty cool. I love that this game is, after, she's almost 20 years. I don't know how old Minecraft is. Is it 20 years old? It might even. Or maybe it's like 15. I think this game, it might have came out in 2009, but I'm not 100% certain on the actual release date. So I guess it's between 15 and 20. Oh, hey, buddy. You're so cute. That's the village that we were at before with the bookshelves. Oh yeah, this is a direction I've gone. So maybe we'll look in a different place. Yeah, because we came out that way. We chopped trees through this forest. I know exactly where we are. We don't need to be here. I think the best thing I can do is go off in this direction and see if there is a village on that extra continent that we found, and perhaps that will allow us to get the books we need. But that's the big hope for this episode, is those books. Because then if we get our enchanting all the way up, we're just lapis lazuli away from doing good enchants, and then we're just netherwart away from being able to make potions. And if we can make potions and do enchantments, that's going to help us up our character's power quite a bit. And if you've watched me play my Kingdom Hearts series or my Mutant Football Leagues, well, I guess Mutant Football is not a good example because I finessed the hell out of that game. But my Kingdom Hearts series, you'll know that one of my favorite things to do in games like this is work on the character over the character's skills so that I am able to put as little effort into the actual mechanical gameplay as I need to in order to get to the goal that I want. So, if an enemy hits for 50 and I can hit for 200, that's pretty nice. Those are structures. Have I been to that structure? That looks... I want to go see what that is. This looks like a village. But it might be one I've been to. Maybe not. Maybe I came out that way and just went and didn't think about it. Let's go see. This could be really nice. What is this? You guys have like a... It's a wild house. Hey, a snowball. I don't know. I don't think I need the furnace, but we'll take the furnace. Thank you. Just another regular furnace. I don't actually think I want to take their furnace. Let's put that back. There you go, dude. Yes. Lantern. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Huh. Interesting. And then over here, we can just hop this. We don't have to. We can do like one. Yeah, there's a whole rest of a village. Look at this place. Oh, it's like a... It's a snow village. These are snow people. That's why there's so many furnaces. That makes sense. I don't... I want that cauldron, actually. I want that bundle. I don't need the tunic. Well, I'm going to take the tunic. It's going to make me. But the cauldrons. Those are nice. Hey, lad. Oh, you people are like... You're dressed awesome. They have like headbands and... Yeah, hello. Leather tunic, leather pants. They're leather workers. They're all leather workers. Oh, that guy doesn't want to. Okay, that's okay. There's that guy. Yeah. I liked your little side bobblehead thing too when they say no. That's kind of fun. Take that. Ooh, even more. I don't think I need this many cauldrons. I think that like 3 or 4 is kind of the max of it, but no reason not to have a bit. Oh, they're asleep. Oh, I was just in here. And then over this way, even more. This was like a longhouse. Cartography. This guy's like using his cartography. More upgrade stations. Kitty cat. Hi, baby girl. Oh, there's a couple of you. Yeah, at some point we'll go fishing and we'll get you some fish. More of that. There we go. Had to scratch my nose. We don't need any of this. Okay. So there weren't any bookshelves in this one. Well, I guess we haven't finished it. Hey. Hey, lad. I guess we can still keep looking in some places. There might be bookshelves. Although, the more I'm checking, the more of that doubt's gonna creep in. Yeah, there's the long... We checked there already. Did we go inside this place? Yes, we did. People sleep there. Get him. What are you wearing? Yeah, mess him up, dude. What's that? Yo. That's not bad. Where are you going? You good? Alright. I'm not... Yeah, you do your thing. I'm not going to fight you. I have no quarrel with you, sir. Or ma'am. I won't assume your gender. I have no quarrel with you, Golem. Bunny! Yeah, you hop away. Hey, dude. Cool. Hey, is that another one? Yeah, we're going to that. It's nice to be geared up and kind of in that position where we're no longer afraid of just being outside at night. It doesn't mean I'm going to go looking for trouble or anything, but that's a forest fire. I'm going to go save the trees. Oh, wait, never mind. That's a bunch of lava. Yeah, I heard you. You're clever. Actually, we can use this lava real quick. This lava provides us a unique opportunity to get rid of some things I don't want. Good talk. Save the trees. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. So many snowballs. Those can go in. That can go there. And we're cooking. Is this ice or water? Ice. Doesn't look like you fall through it. But you do slide. Oh, that's fun. This is like a snowy mountain biome. Yeah, that's water. Cold water. I don't want to fall in there. That would be my luck falling in there and I wouldn't be able to get out and it'd be like, you died to hypothermia. It's like, thanks, game. Good times. There we go. Pumpkins. Don't think I need pumpkins, but I like pumpkins. I don't know if jumping makes your damage do more damage, like with momentum coming down, but I think it might. There we go. Oh, missing a pumpkin on the ice. More kitty cats. Yes, you're cute. Yes, you are. Yeah, I can do beetroot seeds. I don't know if I need the snowballs. I might just start throwing snowballs, but I don't. Maybe you do want them. I have no idea what snowballs are for or what they do. I hear you. You're very cute. I don't have anything for you, though. And I am sorry. I know. Nah. We're here for the villagers. Not to bite them with zombies. I have a feeling, given that my, the other places that had bookshelves or libraries or whatnot were like desert, and these all seem to be heavy blacksmith people, then I'm thinking this might just be a situation where I should go find a different biome and search for their stuff. I think I was in here already. Yeah. Yep, that was just ice. Main longhouse. I think I was in here. And I was. And then I guess it's just these ones over this way. But if I don't find one, yeah, that's useful. Well, it's not that useful because I have all the sugarcane in the world. At least if I mix in time to the factor and situation. There are multiple creepers. What are you doing? Get out of here. Jeepers, these guys are... Oops. Oh. Alright, negative 1320, 866. We can deal with that. Give me my wood. Negative 1320, 866. Just gotta keep remembering those two numbers. And not from the other day when we just forgot them out of nowhere. Not the best. Negative 1320, 866. Alright. We're off. And the sun's coming up, so we should be fine. Yeah, just all straight in this direction. Actually, be more like this direction. I don't know. Actually, no, it'd be more this way. Because that's got another 1100 and that's got 1400. So we went a little bit more towards the Z than we do the X. Yeah, that should be an okay. That's a good angle. Should be an okay angle. I believe that was our second death, but, well, that was our second death on stream. I've probably died 4 or 5 times off stream. Maybe I have about 10 deaths on this server so far, and that's okay. You know, if I wanted to play hardcore, I'd play hardcore, and these would be much shorter and much less progressive. But for now we're just rolling with a bit of the chaos that we hit. -13, +8. That is the remember point. Also, there's a shipwreck there to the left. Maybe we'll do a couple of shipwrecks, although they tend to be... I'm not sure what all they have. I think they have, like, iron in them. They might have a few other things. But we should be able to get our iron from other sources, specifically mountain biomes. It's 500 more this way. And still 800 in this direction. Or this direction, really. Yeah. It's going to be on the other side of this. I could go around, but... Nah. Straight line will be best. Got about 1,000 blocks here, but... if my dinosaur senses are right, it's 1,000 blocks through a simple forest biome and probably a snowy biome. It's not going to be too much pain. As long as we get there by sundown, we'll be okay. Come here, boat. I don't assume I'm going to need you anymore, but just in case. Hey, pumpkins, chicken. Some sheep. And this is why we wanted the boat. That actually makes this a lot faster if I can get around this inlet super fast. Yeah. One of the things I saw, I was watching a YouTube video and I forget the user's name because I'm still just getting fresh into Minecraft. I think the person's name is Nerdy, N-E-R-D-I. They do a, like a, can you figure out which of these 3 speedruns is cheated thing with other speedrunners. Some of which who actually have been caught cheating in the past, which is kind of funny, but, you know, if you can do it well, then go ahead and do it differently. White hat style. And I just think that those are really cool. And one of the things I learned from that is that the dolphins that are in this game, you can kind of get in the water and swim with them, and they'll take you places. They'll push you along and make you swim super fast. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah, this is the village. Or rather, this is the... Yeah. Oh, it was 13.8, or 11.8, not 8.11. Sometimes my brain... Sometimes it does some pretty brain things. But that's okay. This time we kept a better memory of the numbers and the directions. I'm pretty familiar with where we are at the moment. The other one, with the creeper in the water, that was If I didn't get those cords, we probably never would have got our stuff back. Yeah, here we are. Because there was the big ice field. And then on the other side of the ice field, we had a village. Right? Uh-oh. Wait, is it that one? I think it might be this one. Yeah. 13:8. How much sun do we got? It's still midday. We're fine. Just make this nice long run across this completely safe ice lake. There's an Enderman. There's the block that I broke on the way. Interesting. I don't question things like that anymore, especially when I see Endermen. They do whatever they feel like. I'm not going to bother with you, buddy. You are not my enemy. Nor would I like you to be. Where's that creeper hole? We died inside a creeper hole. Looking at stuff. Maybe it was over here. Hi, baby girl. You're a good kitty. I always say that when I see a cat, because I've had 2 female cats, and they've both been the sweetest little babies, and so whenever I see a cat, that's just kind of the automatic thing that comes out of my mouth. I don't know why. Was it over here? I'm really not a fan of this Enderman constantly bopping around in my vision. I'd like to not accidentally aggro him. Are we up here? There we are. All our stuff. Good deal. Put you on, you on, you on. And you, put you there, get you there. 4 bundles, wow. Let's use them. Because we got like a whole bunch of stuff that's just not super necessary. Get our cobbles back. Alright, 1. Is that the one? Or is there another one? I think there's another one. It's also possible that, because it was low durability, it got destroyed in the explosion. Because I believe that happens to... I think your stuff takes some sort of durability hit. Yeah, even this one. Oh, no, never mind. It's right there. Get you there. Get you there. You're in use, so we'll put you over here. You can bundle a bundle. Okay. Good to know. Second sword. I don't need the wheat seeds. Get you there. Alright, now we're set up in that way. I don't need the boat anymore, because I have the other one. Okay. And let's, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright, back to where we were. Get some more things in there. Oh, wow. Yep, never mind. You can get a lot of stuff in these. Jeez. You can fit the world in here. That's unreal. Alright. So, previously on Us Being Alive, we were looking through these places, hoping to find a book or a bookshelf. What do you do with this? Do you just like put paper in it? No, I'm not digging out the paper. I'll figure that out between this and next session. Alright, and this is the, yeah, that's the initial longhouse. Yeah, we've been in here. Let's get our food up. Yes, I hear you. You are seen. You are valid. Do not feel like you are not worth it. You're always worth it. Same here, yeah. And same here. Yeah. Okay. So I think if we want to have more success with villages, and specifically our goal of finding books in villages, our best bet is going to be... Well, I guess that's somewhat useful, but it wasn't what I wanted. Our best bet's going to be to find it outside of a snow biome. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some elevation. I know it's dark, but that might be a little bit of a boon, given that we are... I think that was the village I saw from the shore that I went to first. What would actually be useful is a telescope, so that I could make a better decision on whether or not I've been somewhere before. But without that 100% knowledge, I think we're just going to make our way there. Because that looks like it's... yeah. From there to there across the way. Oh, hey, dude. I wasn't... Ooh, not good. Thank you. What you got? Arrows? Oh, magic arrow. Neat. What is... Oh, that's okay. I can live with that. Yeah. Yeah, this is when we were at because it was those and then we went up. Cool. So let's go onward, looking for another more booky village. I think there's a chance we've been at the one I'm about to see up here too, because this looks like a village, but there were two of them on the water between this island and the that main continent that we were working with, so... Or that we were looking at, not working with yet. Alright. And the verdict is... Yeah, this is the one that had the wheat piles on both sides, the hay bales. Yeah, we definitely were there. Because I saved the cow over here. Yeah. Over here is where I put the stuff down for the cow, who's being a very good boy and not hanging out in the water, unlike someone else who definitely is doing things their own way. You're not a duck. You can be a duck if you want. It just, you know what? You be the best duck you can be. Egg. Oh, that's why. Sitting here thinking, why is there an open spot on my hotbar? Because I'm in my boat. Always been a thing with me. I've always wished that you could save your hotbar slots like that so that when you get out of your boat, you could put it right back where it goes. But I understand why that's not a thing, and that would be a whole lot of work for a very little gripe. I don't need more kelp. I have a lot of kelp. Kelp seems like the kind of thing that you just kind of get intrinsically as you go. Alright, we're half a day, maybe half a day's boating across this way. Here we go. So this is the place we saw before. At least I think it is. What is that? Oh. They're fighting. They're being mean to the poor octopi. The squids and octopi in this game do not have a great time. Like, it's rough to be an octopus in this game. Even the pretty glowy ones just get stuck in caves until they don't want to do it anymore. While I'm here, just because I'm going to want a lot more glass and sand. And I don't want to take it all away from the pretty areas directly surrounding my house, so... That is not a village. No, that's just light. Okay. That would be wild if we just bumped into another one. I guess villages aren't that rare. Like, you go in any direction long enough and you're going to bump into 1, 2, 3, 4. But I've been very surprised at the success that I've had in this game as far as just running in the random villages and all over the place. It feels like they're really, really present in this game. Maybe that's been a change since I stopped playing last, but boy, are there a lot. Not complaining. Not even a little bit. Oops. Kind of felt like that was what was going to happen there. Yeah, come on. Good job. Oh, you can go up that way. Never mind. Good job, me. That is... There's no way that's a village. No, thank you. That was bad on me. Flowers. Lots of them. Another creeper? No, that wasn't a village. It's just a fire. Because lava. That's okay. We can just go. Let's just go for a run. We know which way home is. Oop, let's not go for a run. Wow. Let's be a little more cautious. We don't need to be running back here every 20 minutes. It's not a very fun stream if you're just watching me run back to my body. I guess that is the one thing about this game. You have to be good enough to be entertaining. Well, I guess you don't, because I'm not, and I'm still doing this. Heck yeah. But I'm having fun, and that's what's important. The whole point of this stream is that basically everything's effed up and nothing matters, and so let's play Minecraft. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Yep, there we go. Village. I gotta say, maybe it's just the luck of the seed. Maybe it's they've put more active effort into the overall experience, but wow, there have been some very, very pretty mindscapes here. Just big happy flatlands, cool looking mountains, neat ground covers, weird caves that kind of be open up for days. You know, stuff just sticking up out of the ground. Look at this hole. Look at how big that is. That's a big hole. No iron in it, though. Coal. Copper. Stone. Oh, wait. Hold on. What are you? Are you... There's no way. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. We have a zombie spawner with a big opening. We can turn this into a... This can be our XP farm base. That's awesome. That is so good. Oh, we got red. I guess that doesn't go there. That's okay. There's a lot of things I can just put in here. Arrows and bones and meat and leather and wheat and rocks and blocks and eggs. This has been one of the most fortunate runs. I'm very happy with this. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm going to take a minute and note down where this is. Alright, there we go. I just wanted to write down the coords for this. I'm not going to write down coords for a lot of things, but monsters, a zombie spawner in a big open area is an unreal stroke of luck for us. So we're going to go ahead and take that, and we'll come back to that later, and we'll use that to make our waterfall farm. All right. us see if these people are book smart. Blast furnace. I did not look up what I was going to look up what that was, and then I decided not to. I don't need that. When I'm in doubt for what to carry, I carry bread. Because the last thing I want to do is mine somebody's block or punch somebody or... Okay. Oh, buddy. Yeah, look at you. He's just a little guy. There's another skeleton. Yeah, I did that one. I think I did this one too, but I just want to be sure. Sometimes I just completely miss things. Alright, so now we can go counterclockwise around this way. Yeah. Pick up all this wheat. One thing that would be cool, and I understand why they don't do this because it would be incredibly exploitable, is if you could, or if the villagers could, replace things like, if like you let their wheat harvest go long enough without taking it, if like these were sections that would slowly just fill up with these hay bales, like, oh, they're getting excess, they're getting more, and they're getting more, so that you could occasionally come back to the same village and, you know, borrow some of their hay bales, as it were. Or, in case of other places, like their ice blocks or whatever they may have. But I just don't think it works that way, and if it did, it might be a little too easy to... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is wonderful. This is also why we have, what was that? Was that this guy over here doing his job? Iron axe for 3, 15 coal for 1. No thanks. Even more? Heck yeah. Hello. Alright, blacksmith is handled. That is food I do not need to be taking. Might have already taken a look in these places. I think I did. But just do one more. Path by. Yeah. Because then up there was that one. Yeah, this was the first one. We're good. Alright, so nothing from this except, well, the spawner. And the spawner is very much not nothing, so not complaining about this village visit. But we remain in need of maybe... Ooh. You I could use. Well, not right now, but at some point. Also, there ain't no world in which we don't do that. Alright, I don't need 32 snowballs. Maybe I do need 32 snowballs, who knows? Flint? Yeah, I didn't think so. Maybe? Yeah. Curse of binding on those boots. Okay. There. Happy? Is that what you wanted? Now I understand why there were, why taking 4 bundles might be a good idea. Wait, I can just... 2 of them. Is that enough? I think it is. If I go 1, 2... Ah! No? Okay. Oh, might be. There we go. Cool. Well, I guess it's not that, and I now have lost a little bit of my obsidian, although if I really, really wanted to... But I don't really, really want to. It would just be kind of good. But let's go ahead and keep on journeying. We have a whole lot of world ahead of us that we can still look at. Maybe I should take this back and go to another direction to, not run out of inventory space. Although I also have quite a few things that I don't need to take home. So it wouldn't be the end of the world if we, you know, dropped that apple, didn't bring those pumpkins back. Maybe drop some of the stuff in our bundle, like the sugar cane and paper that we're carrying. Because all that stuff's not entirely necessary. It would just be nice to have. Then again, maybe I'll find a place that has books and very little else. And we won't have to worry about that because it'll just naturally work its way out through luck. But that might be wishful thinking. This is a swamp. Do I want to be in a swamp right now? No. I do not. This specific Minecraft song is a really interesting song. It's like really pretty. It's beautiful in its own way. But it's also a really melancholic song. It feels like a really... It's a lonely song. The song really speaks to somebody who just is really on their own. I like that one. It's just a nice one. Alright. I'm going to slowly make our way back to our home coordinates, and if we see a village along the way, we'll stop there, but I'm not going to go too far off the beaten path unless I see something of crazy interest. I'm not going to worry about sugarcane or pumpkins. Actually, I would like some of that birch wood. That's the second horizontal birch wood log that I've gone by. And I know that I said I was going to go home, but I know that this is the direction, and I know that this is the opposite direction, but... Oh, it's snow, it's not desert. For a second there I thought this might be desert, and if that was the case, we would have taken that cue to, Ow. Bro. I just got here. Jeepers creepers. Alright. Continuing. What is... Hold on. What are you? Are you just a... Oh, you're just a formation. Okay. I thought that this might be like a ice village or... It looked a little bit more intentional, like it had crenulations and such, but... Something here looks built. Something here is built. But why? Stuff throwing stuff at me. Okay, so it's... Ow, wow, that was really hard. Okay, we're getting out of here. I don't need to be doing this right now. We got too much stuff to be exploring areas we're not quite aware of yet. Maybe we should turn... Oh, there we go. Ocean. Perfect. All right. Oh, it's... Okay. It's going to be around this and then to the right. I think. Yeah. It's in that... Home is that way. But to get home that way, we're going to want to go around this stuff this way. Also, being on the shoreline will let us take a different trajectory than we took before and see if we can find potential villages or lights in the distance. Like that right there. That looks very promising. Because that's more than one thing lit up. That's like a whole set of stuff. Yeah, I think this is a village. That's pretty. And that's not. You know, honestly, my big thing is always looking for treasure chests in houses. I know if I've hit a village before, but maybe just the presence of wheat outside is my real indicator of whether or not a place has been visited. Visited is a nice way to say. Alchemy lab in the tower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Watermelons. No, those are hay bales. What are you talking about? Alright, no treasure chests, and that's okay. I'm also going to leave the doors that I use open, so I know I've checked that house. And they'll close their doors when they use them. I don't need to go back and fix that for them. See, sometimes they don't even close them themselves. There we go. Yeah, alright, everything down there is handled. Now it's up here. Oh, there's a hole. There's a lot of places in here. Surely they'll have one library. That would be crazy to not, right? Right? Blast furnace room. I feel like these smaller huts are less likely to have what I'm looking for, but no way that I know these things yet. Could be wrong. The cows' moos in this game are so longing. Some of them, at least. Oh, this is one of those kind of barracksy things. Kind of want to mine some of that sand real quick, but actually I have 64, so I don't really want to worry about that. Also, I'm afraid that with that looking so hung down loose, that I'll make a sand avalanche happen and then everybody's having a bad time and mad at me. And I don't have to ask why. sticks. Alright, so... Not a bad village, but not necessarily what we're looking for. Don't know if I'm quite tired yet, but starting to feel it just a bit. Alright, so this takes me to lower that and higher that. Yeah, this is the correct direction towards home. In fact, it's just about a 45-degree angle home. Just want both of these going down at around the same rate. And that should get me all the way in. And if it's daytime, then I'm not too worried about... Oh, look at you. I'm not sure if you're mean or not. I'm going to go ahead and give you some space. Yeah, I thought so. I am not going to fight you. You got your kid. Come on. Grow up. It's snowing. These are probably the kinds of mountains that I would want to explore and excavate looking for iron if I was going to be really heavily digging for that in this one. But I don't think we're going to do that right now. We don't have the inventory space to hold iron. To be honest, we don't have the inventory space to hold a lot of things right now. But we're not that far from home. Only about, whatever the height, 2,000 by 2,000, a little less. The hypotenuse of that. There we go. Not sure if we're going to get to that mine shaft today. Maybe. Really depends how fast we get back. To be honest, I might just go in the opposite direction we started today and see if I can find more villages and books. And this might just be we did our inventory, we did our village and book stuff, and then we moved on. Still pretty productive. Still good to find things. I'm really happy about that spawner block. That's gonna be super valuable. We might actually move to that place. That might be where we set up our first real compound base. I know I was talking about that island. If we have access to something like that this early, I might just do that first. Oh hey, we might have already been here. Also, this looks like Alpine, which Alpine Village, probably not. Place with books. That looks pretty interesting. Were we here already? Just give me one. Maybe I could do something when I'm at a village to let myself know I've been there. Like the town center, I could put like a block next to the bell. Ooh, that was a good ankle crack. Just lifted my foot up and it just popped in the middle of it. Hi, kitty cat. Yeah, I'm thinking I've been to this one already. In fact, I wonder, is this the one I died at? Be kind of hard to confirm because I covered up the hole I fell in. This might be the one I had my moment in. I see you. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'd rather get home. I feel like I'm having a hard time running at speed. Maybe that's a thing with, being in the snow and ice. I did see a thing that was like, hey, don't fall in the snow when you're walking on it. So, perhaps there's something like snowshoes in this game. Really surprised that we're this close to home. 1600. We're about 1,000 away on the X and less than 1,500 or maybe around 1,500 on the Y. Well, it's more like, yeah, nope, that's a bad. And I know that we have an ocean to cross as well, so just a little surprised that we're still on land right now. I thought we might have hit the ocean to row because it seemed like we had a lot of ocean to row through to get here. But maybe I just didn't think it all the way through. Or maybe this is connected and we just took a long roundabout way and didn't realize that this was all one continent. We can do that whole "it's a small world after all" thing. Yeah, I see you. I'm not fighting you. Spiders become much less of a nuisance later once you get your iron going. Spiders hit for about a half heart. The real challenge with spiders comes when you get into those mine shafts and you start dealing with the venom ones. Because you get hit with those once and you're just in Scaryville. Alright, cross this way. Yeah. 1200Z. 650X. Nah. Not gonna risk dying on the ocean. Be nice to have a boat with, like, a cover. Like a longship. Or like a sloop. A sloop would be cool. Just a little boat with, like, just a captain's chambers. Maybe about twice as long. Maybe like a 4x4 boat. I think that is the village. I think that's my initial village. Pretty sure if I just take this around, this is home right like there. Or there. Yeah, because there's the mountain that has the weird cave. There's the ridge right next to our house. And so our house should probably be just around this ridge, like right where that crosshair is. Yep, there it is. Home sweet home. We'll get warm, we'll get dry. I would say we'll get fed, but we've been eating the whole time. We've had like 12 loaves of bread. Alright. Home sweet home. Lovely. Alright. We got a lot of stuff to put away. Got swords. Actually, the extra arrows will go in here. Yeah. It's got a curse of binding on it, which I'm never a big fan of that. I'm not going to wear that. I'm going to blow that up. Golden hoe with fortune 1. Go ahead and just make a little pile of things that we're going to go ahead and get rid of. Flint and steel I'm going to start keeping with me full time. Pumpkin seeds with the seeds. Pumpkins go in. Hay bales, we'll just keep like that. Axe. It's more of a tool. Alright, now we go up here. Start over in the... Oh no, let's oh, that's actually an interesting call. We'll put you there with the other enchanting stuff for now. Put you there. Snowballs can go here. Block of gold. It's very aggressive music. More furnishing. Strings and bones. The pelts. The gunpowder, the flint. Redstone will go in here. Sand over here. Get rid of that dirt. Oh, even more sand. Good. The snow block. Yeah, I'll put a snow block in here. I don't know why I have another furnace. Actually, it doesn't hurt. Furnaces are interesting, I guess. Because, oh yeah, I have bundles and bundles. I should have remembered that. There was no reason to run out of space. I had 3 bundles I could have used. Wow. That's okay. I've made worse mistakes in this game. Eggs with the eggs. You I'm going to place. Alright, bundles are back to normal. Let's see, the emerald. Block of gold is not a block of gold. Actually, maybe I could do that with this. There we go. Because to be completely honest, I don't even foresee needing all this for the long term. So, if we can just find a better spot for it all to live, then good on us. Alright, smithing table. Do that. Good enough. Wheat. Raw rabbit. Paper's not a thing. Arrows, special arrow, even though I probably won't keep that long term. Yeah. More stuff up here. The string. The zombie flesh, the other zombie flesh, more snowball, the paper. Over here we'll do the saplings. This could also be the spider eye, and then the furnishing can get the furnace, and the cauldrons, and the smithing table can go there. We'll keep you there. Lanterns. I'm actually going to just do that with. Actually, you don't go there. Because there's going to be something else there. And maybe I don't have you there. There we go. And now we have that. These I want to get rid of. I don't need 3 hose, and I don't need Curse of Binding boots. So let's go ahead and do our little drop there. I'm just going to make a little hole here for it. Perfect. And why not? Alright, we are back to normal there. Not worried about that. Next time I do potato harvest, I'm not replanting. I'm going to go full wheat. Let's go this direction. I know that we saw some villages here in that way, but if we go left of that cool rock formation we saw before, maybe we'll be able to find something there. I'm also kind of conceding that this is not going to be a run where... Today is not going to be a session where we go into that mine. That's going to be what we do next time. We'll go into the mine, and I think we'll also look into the getting into the nether. That could be a thing as well. But first, let's go ahead and... I really want to get 3 more books, or 5 more books. I really want to get 5 more bookshelves, which is 15 books in total, and I think I have 5. I really should have checked. I just know I need 1 more. 1 more library. 1 more library will do it, is pretty much the answer. Oh, mushroom. The mushroom island is so cool. I'll probably make a little bit of a jump base there. I think what I'll do is I'll make a couple of bases in the overworld, and then I'll figure out the trajectories between them, and I'll see if I can find my nether portals in the nether between them, and then I'll, as we go into the railways and such, we'll try to get a rail system. We'll get the tracks off the mines inside these places, and then we'll use those to railway through the nether. What are you? I don't know what this is, but we're going to it. I think that this is going to be a bad idea. But I also think that this could be awesome. Oh wait, is this village stuff? It'd be insane if this was just a village thing, like, hey, we have a lookout tower. Nope. This is a pillager outpost. Okay. You guys can have your stuff. I don't need to steal your stuff. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Come on. Chase me. try it. Ow. If I can kite them in a big circle. You know what? No, there's too many of them and they keep like... No, we're just going to keep the kite. One big circle. And then maybe I can get inside one of their places and... Oh, they just have like... They have golems like tied up and stuff in there. Har, he says. I don't see stuff, I just kind of see... I'll bet you the stuff's inside that, but I'm not going to worry about it, especially when I see this. This is much more forgiving and interesting. Nope. Oh, this is like there's a castle. Yeah, there's no world in which you guys are still chasing me. Give it up, bro. No. Ow, okay. Jeepers. Unnecessary. This guy's got Legolas aim. I have those. What is that? Oh, it's just a zombie. There. Ah, what is that? What is it? I don't like it. Is that a zombie horse? It's a zombie on a zombie camel horse thing. That's pretty cool. What do I do with that? Sir? Sir? All right. Oh, wow. Okay, not messing with that. That is not something to mess around with. camel down. Jeepers. Guy was angry. I didn't want to do that, but I guess it's okay. Alright, whatever. We slept. They don't hate us. They think we're pretty neat. Right? You think we're pretty neat? Thank you. Last thing I want is to wake up and make sure and have these guys all angry at me because I, you know, attacked their zombie camel or something. Alright. Come on. Gotta be one library in this place. You look like scholars, right? Look at how scholarly you are. Surely you have books here. Literary works of various types, fictions and non-fictions, intelligent, nonsense, maybe even some pictures, some illustrations. Because otherwise, we're just a jackass taking all your stuff. Of which you seem to have very little in the first place. I know I haven't been here before because I would certainly have gone over to that tower. That's a loom. Hello. A lot of looms here. Maybe this is like a weaver town. Clay ball. Yeah, you can. I'm not going to take the sheep's food. That looks extremely disruptible. That looks like the kind of thing you can knock one block down and crash your game, making the entire mountain fall. Hello. What do you got? Oh yeah. 1,000,000,000%. Hi. Oh, I have a bucket of lava. Horses. I'm not gonna take your horses. That'd be rude. Hi, cows. Hi, camel. Alright. That's just... cartographer, man. which, yep. And no. Oh well. Just on a never-ending quest to, find ourselves some books. I guess if I knew the recipe, I could also determine if I got enough leather hides. But, wait. Really? Good enough. There's no way there's just a second village 3 feet from the first one. Like, this is unreal. This is actually insane how easy it is to find villages. Minecraft used to be such an empty world. You know, you used to go around for... You know, and again, I played this back in, like, it had to be 2014. It was... Let me think for a second about it. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't remember. But it had to be... I'm trying to think of what other games I was playing at the same time, because usually that's how I remember things like that is, you know, I was playing this and then I was playing that, and then I can use that to kind of remind myself because of what year those games came out. Because when it was... Actually, it had to be 2013, because I was at the old apartment before we got the house. Yeah. Like my old apartment, like even before I moved in with my current roommates. And I did that in like 2014. So, yeah, I've been living with the same people for over 10 years. It's pretty cool, actually. They're nice. It's not common that you have people that you get along with that way, you know, for that long. But they're good people, so it works. Is this just a ha-ha we got you Winchester House moment? What was that? Yeah, these people have weird houses. I don't know if I needed a dead bush, but... Well, I'm not gonna have, bread problems for a while. I might not even have to, plant wheat anymore. Might just be able to enjoy the fact that we have 3 stacks of hay bales just sitting in a chest at home. I like that floor. Alright. Any other places think that's it for this one. Another visit and another. I don't want to rest in a bed. I want to find books. I want to scholar myself up. I want to be learned. I want to educate myself in the finer intricacies of high knowledge. Hey, another nether portal. Let's since we're here, and this is kind of gonna become I don't feel like going back quite yet. We're gonna go ahead and sleep in this person's bed. No, okay. I'm gonna find a bed to sleep in. I'm sure somebody will be cool with it. No, no, that's yours. That's yours. Oh, nope. More lava. I have enough cauldrons. Yeah, there's the other village. Let's continue. Let's see if we can find a couple more. It's what? Oh, it's 4:30 in the morning. Oh, wow. What have we been doing? Alright. Yeah, you know what? Who cares? We're having fun. I'm having fun. We'll go find ourselves one more. Maybe we'll get lucky. Ooh, mountains. Ow, run. Run a different way. Good enough. Bunny rabbits. More creeper. You are kidding me. That's not real. Let's see if this works. Nope. Worth a shot. Golden pickaxe, golden carrots, flints, more golden carrots. We'll take the second flint and steel. It doesn't hurt. I think one of the points of those is that those weird, broken looking obsidian blocks probably can't be used to go into the nether. So that might be the limiting factor for finding those early. But I don't know. It could just be different glowy ones. Do you have a shovel? Are you fighting me with a shovel? And I can't even have the shovel? Alright, let's put some stuff in this. Oh, whoops. Alright, we're safe. golden carrots are good. I'm pretty sure they give you good health, and I'm pretty sure they also, I think that's your night vision potion reagent. I'm almost positive that, night vision potions are nether wart to make an awkward, and then golden carrot to make night vision. And then for that one I go redstone to make, it last longer. And I think you get like 4, maybe even 8 minutes of night vision off of that. Village number 3. Like, I'm not kidding. There's a lot of villages in this game. Wow. Yeah, mess them up, dude. That dude didn't give a shit. And then you get to a point in this game where you have like 6 of them and you don't even... You could take them all out at once if you wanted. But for now, they're pretty strong. They're like, oh boy. I guess it got re-released, so it's not so much of a dated reference, but in Oblivion, at the beginning of the game, you know, there's guards in that whole game. City guards in Tamriel and Cyrodiil. And in the beginning of the game, if one of them gets mad at you, you basically have to surrender. Like, you're donezo if they come for you. And then by the end of the game, you can just, you know, you're running through 40 of them at a time just for loot, trying to get drops. Just messing with them for the sake of a good time. What are you? Oh, I see. So I can just... Hi. Yes, you're a very good kitty. Nah, it's gonna be morning by the time I'm done going through this place. I don't need to worry about any of that. It's such a cool, just horizontal stripes of terrain. It's very neat looking. Keep playing this through the lens of just one more village. Eventually, one of these will have what I'm looking for. However, this one does not, and that's okay. They're farmers and livestock owners. They're not concerned with what I'm concerned with. There's no way I have exactly 128 there. I need one more block of... Yeah, mess them up, dude. I forget what it is that makes those, but you can make those in this game. They end up being your buddies. Alright. So the desert had maybe... had a lot of villages, but not every one of them was exactly what we were looking for. Let's try this place. Is this Badlands or Savannah? There is a village. Yeah. Let's make our way over. Also, cherry blossoms. That's a cherry blossom biome. Now I have two places I want to go. Hey, a cave. There's a lot of places I want to go in this game, but we're gonna stick to this. Stick. My stick. Oh wow, it calls people. It rouses the masses. You know, maybe I was just really lucky finding two of them in, as many villages that just had the books, and it made my expectations a little more unrealistic about what I could find in these places. Might not be the best use of my time to be, especially if I have, oh, I guess that's how you can do that. But if I have enough of the hides that I can just make the books that I need myself, which, given that I have 10 shelves and I need, what, 3 to make a bookshelf, so 15 books. If I have 15 leather hides just attritionally, but I know I don't have 15. There's no way I have 15 even picking up random things and like getting desert drops and village pickups. There's just... that's a lot. Nice. Okay. So not too much there, but I guess the emeralds aren't bad. We do have quite a few emeralds at this point. So if we found somebody who had, you know, you can keep your dandelion. I guess it doesn't... You know, I was thinking to myself, the game giving you brewing stands early is, you know, certainly a choice to let you jumpstart things, but you still have to get into the nether to make anything of substance because you need the nether wart. And you still could use blaze rods to get blaze powder. There's a lot of restriction that you still have to work around. They didn't give us the moon by giving us access to these. Alright, before I go anywhere else, and I know that it's off track of the actual core of what we're trying to do right now, I want to go see the cherry blossoms. I would love it if it could stop raining. Rain is very sporadic. I wonder if it's like a chunk by chunk thing. And like it moves to adjacent chunks and then has a duration and falls off. Kind of simulate the concept of rolling rain clouds. What's going on here? Getting some jumpy stuff. Interesting. Maybe that's just the new stuff loading in. The game getting ready to give me this. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know why I'm having such FPS issues. It's not like I'm... Let's see. Is it just a matter of... Maybe we can... Yeah. There we go. We just need to be a little bit less crazy with that, which it's not the end of the world if we don't have perfect vision. I want at least 2 of these trees, though. So I'm going to go ahead and chop these out. And hopefully the trees themselves will drop some saplings as their leaves dissipate. But admittedly, I'm not sure. Yep, that's exactly how they work, just like the other ones. If I can get maybe 2 or 3 saplings, I'll be happy with how this is going. Yeah, great. Is that a ram? Yeah. Yes. Okay, now we are cooking. That's a lot of tree, or a lot of saplings for just one or two trees chopped. Brother, I am busy. Can you not? Okay, we got what we wanted out of that. Let's keep moving and see if we can find one more village. I think maybe it was my max view distance paired along with my cherry blossoms paired along with the rain kind of all playing together, probably also combining with the fact that we're streaming live and doing all of that stuff, that we just probably got a little bit too big for our PC's britches, which I also have my second monitor up now, so I'm running 2 monitors. We got YouTube open so I can see the stream. I have OBS running. There's monsters attacking me. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on right now. there's a witch. Not interested in fighting that right now. You can make whatever funny sounds you want, I'm not fighting you. I'd love to get out of this rain. Mushroom biome. Oh, mushroom forest, okay. Yeah, Enderman. Not gonna do the thing to him, even though we have the boat. Really thought I would outrun this storm at this point. I feel like I've moved a couple of different directions, and I'd be surprised if it's still just moving with me. But I'm not sure I know how this all works. We're just doing our best. Ow. I guess that guy's doing his best too, so we won't judge him too hard. Even though he's shooting arrows at us. I think that if the next village is also a non-starter, we're gonna go home anyway. Because at this rate, we're not gonna be home till 5:30. And I do want to get to bed. I'm starting to feel a little sleepy. So mission accomplished, but... Ow. There we go. Now we're getting sun up again. Oh wow, we are... Nope, no, no, no. Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. 3549, 546. 3949, 546. 36, 550. 36, 550. Okay, at least we're... $36, 550. Let's go. Now it's probably going to be a 6 a.m. close. Because we're not giving up. We're going to get one more village before we're done here. $36, 550. It was actually in the 35s, but 36, 550. 36, 550. Just keep remembering that. This is where I wish I had a chat. Be like, hey guys, where are we going? And then you would all give me wrong numbers. And I would go, ha, you guys are silly. But instead, we'll just pretend. Good times. High five. We're not that far off where we need to go. And we have daylight for it. Honestly, I think what I need to do is craft a shield. That could give me a bit of a boost that I need. Oh yeah, there's those. There's the other village I was looking at. Alright, we're 1,000 off on the Z, and we're about 1,500 off on the X. So we'll get there. If it's round numbers, we could do Pythagorean theorem. The whole a squared plus b squared equals c squared thing. But, 1,000 times 1,000 is, what, 1,000,000? Yeah. So the square root of 1,000,000 plus 1,500 squared. Oh, I guess I can't eat that without a, crafting table. That's okay. We should still be, as long as we get where we're going, we'll be fine. Oh, yeah, we're done. We're out of run. Now it'll be a slow walk. We don't need that. I don't know how long it takes things to despawn in this game, or if they ever despawn. I know it takes a while, but I'm not going to be too worried about that. Oh, let me move a little. Oh, put the feet up. There we are. Cozy. I believe I'm up on that mountain. Pretty sure my stuff's up there. We were basically on the other side of the ridge, and then we got pinched by a creeper. So well, we had someone join us for a bit. And they left before we died. Good. I didn't want to get embarrassed. No, that stuff doesn't matter. I'm not too worried about that kind of thing. Way worse has happened. To way better people at that. Alright. 35, 65, or something like that by 500. So this is... This is the way. Hello, cow. I appreciate you. It's a puppy. Really? Alright. I'm gonna... Before I go anywhere, just in case. What am I doing? I want that too. There we go. Now we have a good respawn, and we have food, so we can get where we're going faster. Oh, the cherry blossoms, okay. But that was at 25, 180. 25, 180. Alright, so 25, 180, and then 36, 500. Which I believe these are the cherry blossoms that I did hang out in and chop down before. So, if not, then we have a second pack, or a second forest that we found. Although, I think it is. But we're going to come back this way once we get our stuff back. Oh, wow, there's a lot of neat things. This actually might be a challenge simply because where I was up high. So it's not like I can just, oh, it's right there and walk to it. I have to make the right climb. I think I remember seeing those. I think it's that ridge. Yeah, I believe it might be this ridge up here. Be lying if I said I recognized that lava. Please? Yeah. Yeah, it's up here. Hopefully we don't see another creeper on our way. That would be disaster. But fortunately, one thing we did do is get ourselves on the other side of the creeper so we didn't get our stuff blown off the mountain into the ravine, because that would be way more challenging to find our stuff back with. Wait. So it wasn't 500. Unless, oh. Yeah. Please don't become nighttime. Yeah, it's not. We are on a ridge. We are on a rather perilous ridge. We are on the kind of ridge that if we encountered another creeper, we would be in a lot of trouble. However, we're alright right now. Alright. Here's, oh yeah, treetops. I think we were... Yeah. Because I think I was walking along the tops of those. And then we found this. Or maybe not. One thing I need to be concerned about here is skeleton archers because I don't have the kind of dodge mobility in these jumps that I would need. And I have no armor on. So, if one happens to see me, we could be in some trouble. But, if I'm not... Okay. Wow. Okay, we saw it. We got away from it. Yes. And we found our stuff. And it doesn't look like it got blown away. There's a skeleton. I think for now that's okay. Let's put on and let's assess our inventory. We don't need that there. You go there. You go there, there, there. You go there. Cobbles go 5. Alright, there very well may be some stuff that we didn't get. But, ow. Brother, please. You weren't even looking at me. Just taking a peek around in this section, making sure there's not anything incredibly obviously. I shouldn't be looking there. I really shouldn't be doing this. Alright, there's nothing that I can see that I really missed. And if there is something I missed that I'm going to miss, then I'll miss it. But to be honest, we're looking pretty full. And nothing broke out of our bundles. We got all of our gear back. We have our hotbar completely set back up. We're okay. And we're picking up other things. Sticks. Let's, probably should have spent a little bit more time remembering that it was like 24 and then like 180. Let's make our way back over. We're going to start heading home. We'll stop at, if we can find that place along the way, that other village that we just ran past that we spawned in, then we'll hang out there. But if they don't have a book place, we're just going to make it home. And I'm not going to, I saw the creeper. We're just going to keep, there's more than one. We're just going to go this way and use the fact that we now have open space in front of us to really run. There we go. Yeah, there were, would love to make it daytime, but there were cherry blossoms, and then amidst the cherry blossoms, or on the other side of the cherry blossoms, from like the far edge of... Good enough. Good enough. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get past it far enough because it was, oh, big trees. Because it was, there was that waterfall there. So I just went up, and we got lucky. Nope. There are too many creepers out right now. We need to get moving. One of the good things about this game is you don't have to sprint to get away from them. It's a nice convenience, but as long as you're moving without being impeded, you can typically avoid damage under regular circumstances. If you got enough of that wiggle shim in you, you do those wiggle shimmies. All right. More of that. All right. I think that at this point, where I am looking to go is straight this way. Just have a thing. I think that if I did my stuff right, coordinates, then we just gotta go this way in a straight line, and we should hit cherry blossoms and eventually a village. And we're getting close to sunup, which will make for a very nice run. Cherry blossoms. We are on the right path. There it is. And that sheep's eating the ground. And here's the village from before. Yeah. So now, let's give this place a search and see if we can get ourselves any sort of butcher. That's not a good start. No and no. Well, who am I kidding? I'll have a little bit of iron or gold. No. Sure. Alright. I'm pretty full on stuff. I could handle more of this. Bro, you got like grass in your house. He's like, what are you, a cop? Nothing. We can check over in this one. Yeah. Alright, 2 full bundles. We are officially out of space. The only thing that we can really make space for is... Alright, that's just a brewer. If we happen to come across some books, but I don't think we're going to get those here either. That's alright. We're at that point where things are pretty much done. Alright. I believe this is home direction. Yeah, this is direction home. So let's do a, like, sorta roundabout way to get there. There's always a chance that we'll bump into like one more village on the way. Although it might be one we've already seen. Although that's what this is for, the whole roundabout way. There's one. Although that might be one that we've been to. Only one way to find out. That might actually be the one that we spawned in after we took our last death. But we'll go and take a look. There's always a small chance that it's just far enough out of the path that there was a different one there. Alright, no more trees all over the mine shaft. Interesting. Wait. Very interesting. That's cool. We are very, yeah, the two towers. That is exactly what that is. But we also can see that the two towers has a mine shaft nearby, so if we ever come back out this direction, which is the, what is this, southeast? Either southeast or southwest, whichever way this is. I think it's southwest. Then we'll know. That's what I didn't find. My lava bucket's gone. That's okay. We have iron. We can find lava. Alright, so home is basically like this way. Quite a bit this way. So let's get going. The only thing that's going to stop us at this point is if we see a village, which doesn't look like there's any in that. Let's go back to this. Oop. Nice. No. Oh boy. That was one block away from disaster. We are fortunate. We have gotten very fortunate in this game, despite the losses that we've had, which, if I really think about them, the creeper, and then the little guy today, and the creeper up on the mountain, yeah, all of our deaths so far have been our fault. Everything we've done that we've lost from has been something that we could have found a way to circumvent or prevent and did not. So you can't be too salty about them. Just trying to get better. I would like to not be out in the open when the sun goes down again. Because we are in the opposite direction from our current spawn. And I would like to just get this loot home. Do one last sort. take a quick inventory of... Alright, home is actually this way. Yeah, do one last inventory sort, and then take a look at how many leathers we have, how many books we can make, and see if there's anything that can, you know, reconcile the fact that we are not finding an easy, village to just supply us with that. There's one right there. That's not the same one we were at before, is it? Seems like it might be. I'll know if it is if I get to it and there's a big tower off to the left of it. Yeah, I would be surprised if we got up to this one and it didn't have... Yeah. It's that one because there's the, Ow. Yeah. I'm guessing that that river goes all the way out to the ocean. We could have taken that, but that's okay. Or that. We don't need that. There's one of those creepy camel things. We're not fighting the creepy camel thing. Why are there double creepers everywhere? Alright. On the ocean. We are safe. At least to my understanding, we're... There we go. Nope. We're this way. Yeah. This will basically directly beeline us to our house, if I'm not bad at angles. Yep, there's our mushroom. A lot of nothing in that direction. There's something over there. Oh, those are stars. Never mind. Because they're not in the up-down portion of the horizon. They looked like they were static enough to be like a lighthouse or a village in the distance. There we are. Now we are on a beeline home. It's always nice to have it in sight. A lot of zombies like swimming in this game now. Those guys are still mad at the octopi. We'll get over there at some point and do that kind of stuff. That'll be a post-nether thing. Because first we need the potions that let us breathe underwater. I want to get some diamond gear. Go find a trident. You know, do the stuff that gets you ready for something like that instead of just trying to blindly blow through it with a bunch of attempts and, you know, the hope that we'll get lucky. We might get lucky. But we shouldn't count on that. Alright, made it home. Almost. I would say at this point it doesn't matter if we die, but we actually are not spawned here, so it matters a lot. There we go. Get ourselves some more bread. And put this stuff in here. Alright, we have enough hay. We have enough bread for a while. We're not going to worry about those bales for a bit. Food is no longer a scarcity or necessity. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put my stuff back real quick. I found my lava bucket. Never mind, we didn't leave it behind. That's fortunate. I guess it was, I don't know. I'm just happy to have my stuff. We are pants away from another full iron set. And I guess that the chainmail doesn't hurt either. We can put the arrows and the spear. Multiple iron spears, probably not incredibly necessary. Efficiency 2 golden pickaxe, so it will break even faster. Saplings, cherry sapling. I'm actually going to plant a few of those before we're done for the night. Wood. Raw wood first. And I think we have just enough space to empty this bundle. Yeah. Okay, so our bundles are set. Get the cacti in there, the dead bush. Yeah, we only have 4 leather. We're not even close. I don't know if rabbit leather counts even. I guess I could check. I'm pretty sure it's just 1 and 1. No? Okay, so it's not even that simple. Yeah, we got work to do on that. I'll do a little research and figure it out. Basically everything miscellaneous is going in here. Our flint, the bones, the paper, the string. Good stuff. And that can go there. I'm gonna have the start just dropping rotten flesh. That's one of the things I need the lava pit for. Alright, that's food. That's precious. That'll go with other Actually, this can go. I don't know where the gold nugget goes. Maybe it just goes with the ore. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. Rest of that. Yeah, we're good on that. Sticks will go here. Is that the choice I made before? Sticks go there? I don't remember. Extra flint and steel is not necessary to take with us. We're never going to need more than 1. I think 3 bundles is actually the right call there, though. It's more micromanagement while I'm out, but it's less, what you call it? I guess the wool doesn't go there. Yeah. It's more micromanagement, but it's also more space, so... Yeah, we'll keep the second iron sword. I should get a second iron pick just because that first one is looking like it's on its last legs, or at least halfway through. And there we go. Respawn point is set. We have food, we have our items. We are set back to where we want to be. And I believe, despite the fact that we don't quite have the all of the things we need to finish our enchanting set, we're close enough that, well, let's take a look. Is it 1 and 3? Yeah. So I would need, I have 7 here, and I have 5, so I would need 3 more if rabbits work. They don't. Alright. So what we need is, because we have 5, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need 5 more of these. So we need 15 books. And we have enough leather. We have 10 books left because we already have 5 made. We have enough leather for another 4. So we need either 6 leather or to find 6 books. That's reasonable. That is something that we can do. I also... Oh, that's the anvil that you do that with, I believe. Alright, so before we leave for the night, let's take a couple of these. Let's go plant them. Let's put one right here. Let's put one over here. Let's put one over here. Put one right here. And let's put one right here. Hopefully, these all grow. And I'll have cherry blossoms here that we can use to get more cherry blossoms and make this place aesthetic. That would be nice. But with that, we are going to call this a night. I've had a lot of fun playing today. Had a couple challenges. Good adventures all over the place. You know, it seems like we didn't do a whole lot, and that's because we didn't, and that's okay. That's not what Minecraft's about. Minecraft's about just an open world where you can do pretty much anything you want. And I think that's super fun. So, we're going to call this an episode here. I'm going to go get myself put together, go to sleep, and then I'll probably come back either tomorrow or the next day. And when I come back, I don't think we're going to continue looking for the enchanting stuff. I just don't think that that's a necessary part of our time. I think that instead... Oh, cracking knuckles. Oh, yeah. I think instead, what we want to do is go look at that mine shaft and see what we can find in there. Because there's a chance that even in the mine shaft we'll bump into something that will give us leather or, you know, anything else. But we're getting close. We're getting pretty close to where we want to be. Oh, here comes that rainstorm, moving its way across. So, when we come back, that'll pretty much be our goal, is to go into that mine shaft, figure out what's in there, and then maybe after that's taken care of, we'll also do a quick look at the at another direction, find some more villages, see if there's more leather out there, and try and finish off this enchanting table. I just want to get a sleep in before this, before we close this out. just so we have a fresh start when we come back. Actually, I don't even know if that's going to happen. I don't know where the sun's at or what time of day it is, so okay. Let's call it here. When we come back, we'll start with a good sleep. So, I want to say thank you so much if you've watched, either now or at some point in the future. It's been super fun, just kind of hanging out, doing my thing, all that jazz. So, until next time, be good to each other, y'all.